All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about when your SP triggers you or when something shows up that you don't like. This is based off a comment that someone asked a question on YouTube, and I'm going to explain to you what it means and what to do so that you still persist and get what you want. Hey everybody, it's Kim Velez with new hair. I am going blonde. I already warned you guys with a YouTube short yesterday, but wanted to do something different. I told you this is what happens when you level up internally, your perspectives, you change, everything on the outside catches up to the inside. Now, obviously you don't have to change your hair color or even change your hair if you change internally, but it really is interesting for me as I keep reinforcing my self-concept, just who I keep turning into and ideas and perspectives and what is appealing to me. So thank you for all the love. Like 99.9% of you have really been supportive of my light hair. There's been a couple people that have commented about liking my darker hair better, but this is what I told them. That version of me is dead and gone, and this is the new version, and I fucking love my light hair. So stay tuned because it's going to even get lighter, but this is what's really important. So anyways, I am Kim Velez, and I really want to share with you guys, really how to manifest the life of your dreams, especially with manifesting a specific person, breaking unhealthy patterns in love in your life so that you can finally get everything that your heart desires. So we're going to talk in this video today about this comment. The woman wrote, let me pull it up real quick. She said, my SP blew me off today and I thought there was progress. What do I do? It feels bad and like a giant setback. So this is the thing. The work is you're changing your story of who you are in relation to anyone or anything outside of you. And when you're experiencing your current reality, it is simply from your old thinking, whatever that moment is. So you don't look at your specific person blowing you off and say, oh my God, nothing's changed. Now that's probably what you did, because that's what I would have done. This is what everybody does with the old story, the old self-concept that is still dominant in you. So when an SP is showing up not favorable, it just means you're in the middle. It just means you don't have the end yet. It just means that it's 3D lagging, that you still keep working on you. You still keep working on your self-concept. You still keep working on, persisting in seeing them in a different way, even though they're not showing up in a different way. And this is what the process is. This is why there is no one to change but self. You're not affirming to change outside of you. You're affirming to change you, and you persist in knowing your worth and value, knowing how incredible and amazing you are, and deciding for yourself too, if you're dealing with a specific person that you have a past with, a history with, that they don't have to be that old version of themselves either. If you can see yourself as a new version, then you can see anybody else as a new version of themselves as well. So this is what the work is. The work is breaking away from looking outside of you in this current reality and what you're experiencing with your five senses, and believing in that reality more than believing in the new story you're telling yourself. And it's not so simple when we do that, but that is what the work is. You're being triggered. If you allow a current circumstance to make you feel like you have a huge setback, then that means you're not trusting in the unseen. That means you're not believing that you are the operant power of your reality. That means that your old self-concept or old story of them, most likely both, is still dominant, and you're believing in that experience more than what the future experience can be. And this is what the work is. This is how you recognize it. And like I said, everybody will go through this, and you'll keep going through it. And your job every time, the solution every time, is to persist in knowing, no, I'm amazing and it's so incredible that this person can't stop thinking about me. They will be showing up for me because of who I am. They have no choice because I'm so magnetic and irresistible. Like no one can stay away from me, including this person. This person will contact me. This person is in love with me. This person is, thinking about me and can't wait to spend time with me. Like, this is a story you have to persist in no matter what's showing up. You're breaking your habit of being your old self. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, you're breaking your habit of looking outside of you and allowing outside of you to control how you see yourself. This is the old way of doing things that doesn't consciously manifest the reality of your dreams. You're reprogramming your belief system. See, in that moment when you're triggered, you're believing in the old story. You're believing in your old self-identity, which is your self-concept. You're believing that, oh, I'm not good enough and worthy enough to have what I want, which is why they blew me off. They still don't want me. They're still rejecting me. That's all old news. So when you feel that, when you're assuming that, when you're manifesting that experience, your solution is to keep going within. Everything is about going within. And I really encourage you guys, if you haven't, especially the woman's comment that I'm replying to right now, get my free video on the number one reason why you're not manifesting your SP back the way that you want, because this is part of the process. This is what I had to constantly work on for myself and what I have helped thousands of other people work on when manifesting their SP, and with great success. So check out the free video below because it's going to help you. It's never been posted on social media, nor will I ever do it. I made it specifically to really help people that are struggling with this. So if there's no one to change but self, then you have to keep reminding yourself that I'm amazing with or without this person validating this right now for me. I'm choosing to believe in a different version of someone, even though I've experienced them this way. I'm choosing to believe that we will be together. You can say will be. It doesn't have to be I am. I like I am because it really brings it home, but I've done it all ways. As long as your dominant story is always, shooting for what it is that you want, the end result, doesn't matter if you say it will be, or I am now, or it is now, you still will get what you want. I've done it, all of the above. So you decide when you're thinking these new thoughts, what am I connecting to in that moment that feels the most peaceful for me, that feels the most easy for me to accept more and buy into more in that moment, because that's what your resistance is. Your resistance is not, I don't even know. I hear all these stupid explanations for what resistance is, and they're all fucking wrong. Your resistance is literally your old belief system versus your new belief system. When you're trying to reprogram your mind by thinking new thoughts, your old belief system is still activated. It's still dominant. It's still what you actually believe. So when you're saying the new story, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel natural to you. It doesn't, you haven't accepted it as your truth because this one's still dominant. The old one is. So that is what the resistance is. It's the conflict of the old belief versus the new story. This is why you persist in thinking the new thoughts. So you reprogram yourself to believe a new story of you, to change your subconscious programming by thinking different thoughts of who you are in relation to what you want. That is what you're changing. That's what a natural assumption is. Your natural assumption is what you naturally believe and assume who you are, what your self-concept is. And if your natural assumptions have manifested in habitual patterns, same thing, but habitual experiences that you aren't getting what you want, then you have to reprogram your mind until you create a new assumption that is favorable for you. That's what this whole game is about. There are no shortcuts. You can fucking visualize, you could do whatever you want, but if you don't change the way you think and to dominantly think thoughts that support what you want, if you visualize it, it'll leave. If you manifest them back in, they will fucking leave, or you'll do the same cycle. This is why there is no one to change but self. You're not convincing anyone outside of you to do anything different. You're not looking outside of you to check and see if something's working. All you're doing is measuring in you, who am I being dominantly in this moment? And a lot of people, if you listen, I love all the comments that I get all over social media, because even on TikTok, they're like, you know what? I've been affirming for a long time. I still don't feel like this version. It took me a fucking year for it to dominantly shift and change my self-concept in love. That does not mean in that year that I didn't have things reflected back to me with SP that were favorable, but I still wasn't getting consistently what I wanted because of me, because I had to shift my story. So You just keep working on you. That's what this game is about. If you understand what you're doing, why there is no one to change but self, why time doesn't matter, why you're not going to lose anything that you want, you will just keep changing your story. So you start accepting a new reality, a new version of you, a new version of this specific person. So your triggers are normal. This is how you know what's still activated in you. And the more you work on yourself as you're being triggered by changing your focus, going within rather than without, you validating and making yourself feel worthy and changing the story that says, I'm going to get what I want, that I am this, I am that, everything's working in my favor, it's all coming together, this person and I will end up together no matter what. Whatever it is you want to say, that's the story you persist in, and you keep doing it, and over time you will shift. Your reality will follow. Whatever is going on in you has to catch up out here. So all you need to care about is what's going on in me. Am I trusting in the unseen? Am I believing that I'm the operant power? Do I believe I'm worthy and good enough to have what I want? Am I seeing people and, different things in my reality as a new version of them that supports what it is that I desire from them? And you just keep persisting. No one to change but self. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. I will see you guys soon. Bye.